Welcome to episode 3 of Crash Pandas, and as before, if you haven't seen episodes 1 or 2, you might be a bit confused in episode 3. Really not that much to talk about this time. In chapter 3 of this game, the raccoons seek to improve their truck, and it's time to see where they go, what they do, and how they work together, or don't, as the case may be. Just a quick reminder of the players. We've got Josh, who is also the DM for Dice and a Slice podcast. We've got Max, who also runs Zadram channel on YouTube. And we've got Basil, who runs So Postbeat, another creative music sharing channel. And Reese, who doesn't have anything to promote, but we are very glad to have him along anyway. Find all the relevant links in the description below, and also check out Grant Howitt, who created this awesome game. And that's about it. Let's jump straight in.
Absolutely.
Are we all set and ready?
Yes.
Good to go, mate.
Okay, in which case it is time for chapter 3, Hot Rod Ents.
I like that one, actually.
Hot
I approve it.
You're right, they are getting worse.
To tell you.
You see, I think that one's an upgrade.
You didn't lie.
See, the last one is easily the worst, but definitely the best of them. So
Best of the worst, is it?
the best
You see,
of the worst, yeah.
The trick to puns is knowing deep in your heart that no pun is good.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, chapter 3, Hot Rodents. At the finish line, Frankie DiGiorno hobbles his way over to the cars who made it across the line, which at the time I wrote this I thought it would be more than 2. But there we go.
Oh no, damn, I had a brilliant idea, we can't do it now. I was going to say when he comes over to the car, should we just put the broom with the coat around it and then the head of ham sticking up
We haven't
top
got
Yeah,
the coat.
well,
in the window?
yeah, didn't someone throw the coat?
No.
Not the coat, no, we still got the coat, I think. We got
Okay. Yeah.
You threw the tablecloth, but not the coat.
Yeah, the tablecloth's gone. Oh, I didn't realise that we brought the coat with us. I thought we left the coat at the start line.
Yeah, I thought that as well, but it's fine.
Okay, fair enough.
You can magically have the coat. It makes sense. It's fine.
Shall we?
Coat. Yeah, so you can poke the. Don't forget, Frankie's blind. You don't need to pretend to him. He can't see you.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like the DM wrote it that way.
What a waste of a good disguise.
Poor bloke, he was just living there fine and thought, actually, we need you to be blind.
He hobbles his way over to the cars he made it across the line. He approaches your car/truck, guided by one of the women he had with him at the start line. Impressive racing out there, I'm told. Well, good for you. You made it to the final. You got 1 week to fix up your car, make improvements or whatever the hell you want to do, and then it's final time, baby. This awful accent. It's time to work on the hunk of junk you're calling a race car/truck. You can offer. Oh, thank you very much. The woman takes the ham and feeds it to him. Delicious, Iberico. I heard they were setting up a ham exhibition, but I didn't think I'd get to see it. Oh wait. For a ragtag bunch of raccoons, there aren't that many options of places that you can safely go, but a couple come to mind. So that you've got a choice of where you want to go to fix or improve your truck. You could either go to Sleazy Larry's Auto Shop, which is a low-grade independent automotive establishment with an even lower-grade owner. Sleazy Larry earned his moniker because he will notoriously take business from anyone. He's not one to ask questions, and with an IQ as impressively low as his, it'll probably be quite easy to swindle him. Or you can go to the Crap Yard. The S fell off the sign and the name stuck. A rarely used scrap merchant's yard, moderately fortified but mostly deserted, and a veritable treasure trove of old car parts and junk. There is the small matter of the guard dogs to be considered, but 4 against 1 is good odds, right? It's up to you guys what you want to do.
You had me at crap yard.
Hey, so you guys know how to fix up a ride?
I do, yeah.
All right, then, Winnie, then is the place to go and do it. So crap yard it is then.
Crap yard? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. As you scurry away, you find yourselves. I'm just going to show you it because I spent a long time photoshopping it. This is what Sleazy Larry's look like.
Nice.
It's lucky we didn't go there because every time I meet another mechanic, I have to put him out of business.
Okay, and now we're going to go to the Crap Yard. which I also spent a long time photoshopping.
Nice.
Nice.
Crap heap challenge.
Nice.
As you head to the crapyard, you drive along in this truck. You come to the gates, and it's nighttime by now, so it is even more deserted than the storyteller told you. And there's no sign of anyone around. What would you like to do?
Why don't we just put wheels on that thing over there?
Well,
Crane.
The
ain't we
crane.
gotta, ain't
You
we
want to
gotta,
put wheels on the crane?
ain't we gotta use the truck? We gotta drive the truck. The truck's the brand.
Well, we could just take the crane off the crane and
Put
it
the
on
crane in the truck.
Ooh, I like your thinking. The crane on the top of the truck sounds good.
Sorry, so 4 raccoons
Vantage
want to attempt
point.
to take a crane.
Hey,
Hey,
You there.
myself and Butternuts will be like logs underneath. You know, we'll roll and they can roll across.
you said to help with the improv here. What we're doing.
I'm not stopping you. If that's what you want to do, you can do
That's
it.
exactly what I want to do.
You haven't got any cool points left at this stage.
Oh no.
So you're going to be relying on checks.
I'll roll for it.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, you've got to figure out a way to get in, because the whole compound is fenced with 10-foot high chain link fences, which is like 100 in raccoon feet. So
Is there a security guard?
there doesn't appear to be any guards, but every so often you just see like a really fierce-looking German Shepherd dog just kind of paddling past.
Does our vehicle still have means with which it can move?
Your vehicle's fine. Yeah. It's still moving.
We'll just drive in then.
Gentlemen, I propose we use the vehicle as a battering ram.
I'm just gonna have a look at what your finishing health was, because it was 8. Yeah, it was plenty
yeah.
fine. Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because,
and
boys,
then we can use-
I
we've
gotta
got
tell
lots of
ya,
meat. We can
gotta tell you,
distract
a
the dog
dog.
with the meat.
A dog ain't much against the truck.
Yeah, and you have got the meat, so you could use that.
I have no problem killing a dog.
We don't need to. We've got loads of meat. Just throw them some meat, and then
I'll do it anyway.
Oh, okay. You want to try dog meat?
Okay,
I'll skin it and put it as a mascot on the front of the truck.
Nice.
Okay, so let's make a group rotundity check. For driving this truck towards this massive
I'll just
fence.
I wrote
Yeah.
Kind of check.
1 from me.
3.
3.
Mr. Game Man, do you happen to have my dice handy? I don't know how many I'm rolling.
It is 3 you need.
That's only 1 success.
Okay, but as a group you got more than you needed to, so that's fine. So you rev the truck up to 140 miles an hour because you like doing that for some reason, and smash it into the chain link fence, which blasts away, no problems at all. There's a couple of dogs who had been sat in front of it just having their dinner, cartwheeling through the sky now as they and like one of them impales himself on this spike at the top here, and the other one just the other one does like a Team Rocket twinkle in the sky. And Dennis, you wanted to? Were you gonna say something?
No, it was related to the dogs there, but they seem to have dispersed.
There are probably more dogs, so if you want to find a dog, you can.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Cool. What are you guys looking for now?
Crane aspects.
You're going up to the crane.
You damn straight.
We've got to have a look at the crane at least.
I would like to grab a handful of meats and sort of keep an eye out for a dog.
Okay, cool. Did you have any of your other items left with you?
My mask is currently being worn by Dennis.
Okay, that's fine.
And my siren. I have a police siren. You would have seen it because they're quite big and raccoons are relatively small. I'm just going to leave that in the cab.
Okay, yeah. So you've left it. Yeah, you can reasonably leave it behind. So you've now got. Do you want 2 hands full of meat or just one?
Two hands full of meat.
2 hands full of meat. You take a mix of the posh stuff and the shit stuff.
I'm only going to take the shit stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. Take the shit stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. And you've got it there as a defense mechanism. Anyone else?
Can I just ask what my disguise looks like? I just put it on. I didn't even look at it.
Ham.
What sort of mask is it?
It's a literal bandit mask. You know, like how, like
that.
like a black bandit mask.
Oh, okay.
It's to hide your identity.
Oh, okay. If that doesn't fool them, I've got a fake ID.
Hey, you can say to people, nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. But don't say it too loud because DC will come and sue your ass.
Okay, so as you make your way over to the crane, make a alacrity check to see how well you can climb it. Climb all the mountain of junk that leads up to it.
All of us.
Yeah, individually.
Oh, 3.
Hold up your number of successes each.
Ah.
Am I allowed to try dancing up them? Probably not.
No, you can't dance off a scrap heap.
It's a fail for me.
Okay, so Butternuts just kind of and just can't climb the trash, but everyone else makes it up to the crane. Now you're up there, you can see that it is one of those kind of fixed, bolted to the ground type cranes that you have in like a scrapyard. And the cab, you can get in the cab if you want and move it around, and it does move. The crane is fully functional. But it's pretty heftily bolted down, so you're probably going to want to look for some tools if you're going to try and make a salvage.
Oh, there were some tools in the back of the truck.
There were some tools in the back of the truck, yeah.
Right, you are, Butternuts.
I'll run back to the truck and get the tools.
Yeah, so Butternuts just kind of hobbles back to the truck. Anything else from you guys?
Just a suggestion, guys. Because obviously we've got a week, and while you didn't have loads of nitrous in the truck, you had a tiny little sample of it. So could we at least try and fix that to the engine so that we can get a quicker start off the line in the next race?
Yeah, you could definitely try and do that.
I can work that. Yeah.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
I was just gonna before we attempt to detach the crane, I was gonna try and operate it, move some of the scrappage around, and see if I can uncover some pretty items.
That's
Nice.
a very good idea.
Yeah, so make a chutzpah check for that, please. Which
Ooh, I have-
for you
I have
would be
4 of those
4,
bad
yeah,
boys.
yeah.
3 of them.
And add an extra dice because it ties into your backstory. The sort of raccoon that you are likes playing those little claw games at the seaside. So you can add that in.
And that was a success too, so that was 4.
Nice, 4 out of 5, excellent. So yeah, you've somehow you managed to get used to the controls really bloody quickly, and you're a dab hand at moving all the junk around, and you find lots of things. The descriptions of which will be revealed to you shortly, and but you definitely find lots of interesting items that you could choose from.
All right.
At this point, Butternuts returns with his tools that he plundered from the back of the van, and I'm just gonna bring up another window a minute. Yeah, so he returns with some tools, and you guys can make an attempt to saw the crane off, I guess. You can try. Let's have it be a chutzpah check, a group chutzpah for you all.
Nice.
Do I get an extra one for being a mechanic?
Yes, you do, yeah.
Thank God for that. Oh, it's 2.
Oh,
Okay,
Hey.
so in total, what have we got? 3, 4, 6, 8. Wow, that's a lot of successes. Wow. Let's do that. Okay, cool. Oh my god.
This is gonna be all.
So, but with that many successes, somehow between you, a group of 4, like, courageous raccoons managed to saw this crane off, and you
is there an 80s montage at this bit?
yeah, definitely. It's 1988. Of course there is. It's a hip soundtrack montage, and you all kind of. It takes like if it weren't a montage, it would take you months. But because of the montage, it's taking you about 5 minutes. It's great. You get the crane off. Somehow you like all those pieces of metal you form them into an ancient Egyptian rolling mechanism, and you bring the crane over to the truck, and you spot
Gaffer.
over in the far corner of the scrapyard another crane, which is on wheels. So you could, in theory, use that. You dodged your face.
The other crane to lift it up and put it on.
Exactly. Yeah, you need a way for that first crane to go on the truck, and I couldn't think of another way.
Then to have another crane to move it.
To have another
A
crane
bigger crane.
suddenly materialize.
Oh, it's so on brand. I love it. I love it.
Alright.
This crane gets sort of falls off, and there's like a glint in the corner. It's like.
Real talk.
So-
We're gonna need some kind of welding skills to attach this to the top of the truck there.
Yeah.
I can weld. There's got to be a
There we go.
welder around here.
Yeah. So there's definitely
If we-
like scrapyard tools and things.
Let me add it.
Would it be an idea to then maybe get rid of the back of the truck and just bolt this straight onto it? Because that would help reduce weight as well.
I like that.
But gentlemen, I have a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we plan to put the crane on top of the truck, as I believe our understanding will be,
That's right.
we could fill the truck with things to throw out the back of it. Or, and you hear me out now. I've become very southern all of a sudden.
You've changed your voice there.
Yeah.
It's like because you're in the country now, you're going to try to blend in. Sorry.
Hey, perhaps we can fill the back of the truck with dogs.
And just throw dogs out of people with the crane.
Live dogs.
You could lure some dogs in with the various hams that you have. You've said.
That's right.
You
That's
could
how
do
we're gonna
that
do
if
it.
you want.
So you're saying
Now
that
I
we
have the
a
training
truck with
to,
a crane that it can go inside the truck, pull stuff out, and throw it at people.
Yeah, how's
Or-
that going to work?
And,
Or you
and
could just. Anyway, sorry.
or we could have the crane pointing out the front of the truck to get obstacles out of the way.
Oh, nice.
That's
You get the impression by the way that you've cut that crane off, you have full swiveling capabilities somehow.
Ah.
So you could, in theory, use both.
Easy work.
options.
Bloody
Fully
genius
rotational
what we've done
crane.
here.
Exactly. Yeah. Just because you've salvaged it from a crapyard doesn't mean it's not going to work exactly as intended.
Or my counter suggestion. I could train some dogs, so should the vehicle find itself to be out of purpose, we have escape dogs.
Escape dogs. Do you think
Ride
we
out on the back
win
of
if
the-
we
on the
ride
back of
over the
dogs?
finish line on dogs?
No, just escape with our lives.
Maybe if we decorate the dogs as cars before we train them.
Get a nice spoiler on the back of one.
What we could also do, in case if we've got dogs
Some
as
go
well,
faster stripes.
if we need to bail and steal another car mid-race, then we can always dump the dogs in the car beforehand.
Yeah. Plus, if we lose a tyre and we don't have another spare, we can replace it with a dog.
That would work. I think we might need to run some stress tests on dogs when attached to axles.
Yeah, 140 miles an hour might be a bit much.
Time
I
is
can
of the
tell-
essence, gentlemen.
I can tell you right now that those dogs would be very stressed.
Okay, so while you're all talking about
Apologies
this,
to all dog lovers watching.
yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah, not dog cruelty in this. None of it's real. Don't panic. Dennis, you go through the items that you had sifted through the things, and using this very handy random item generator that I found, here's a list of some of the things that you find. You're welcome to take any of them with you or use them to improve your car. You find some screws. You find a couple of credit cards. You find an Xbox controller for some reason. There's an MP3 player. There's
That's
some
anachronistic.
beef. There is a wallet, a rubber duck. There is some carrots, a fully working computer. It's like a generation game, isn't it? So there's like some
Yeah.
street lamps and a boom box and bananas and one more thing, some deodorant.
All right. So what kind of stuck out a little bit was
Beef.
I want to some way is connect the computer system to be able to control the crane. Okay, and then I'm gonna do that using an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
None of us actually know what this is because it's the 80s. So
I was going to say, this Xbox controller has just randomly appeared, gone back.
Yeah,
in
that
time.
and an MP3 player as well. It's like,
Yeah.
Do you have any consoles in the 80s?
Got a net snares.
But yeah. Like,
Like
Yeah.
Atari.
I'd love it if it was a Super Nintendo.
okay, yeah, it's the Super Nintendo controller. There you go.
And a Walkman.
Well, I've got all I need then is A, B,
yeah, I suppose we would have
and my
to do a
directional
Walkman.
pad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, left, right. That's it.
Left, right, and up and down. Grab.
So Dennis, make a chutzpah check to see if you can hook up this computer to your crane.
While he's doing that, I'm going to see what tapes are in the Walkman and in the boombox.
Yeah.
Presumably they're all just Kenny Loggins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's the 80s.
Exactly. You got Danger Zone. You got all of his other hits.
Footloose.
Yeah, that one.
I'd like to surreptitiously take the deodorant, please.
Yeah, you can take that. Yeah.
And I would like to surreptitiously take the beef.
Yeah, you can take the beef.
I think maybe the boombox should be a group thing for the vehicle. As another distraction method.
3 successes. Yeah, you managed to link the computer system perfectly up to the crane, and you can operate it using the control remotely from anywhere in the truck. You'll be able to control the crane.
Master, sir.
Yes.
How am I doing for duct tape?
You've probably got about half the roll left now.
Oh, that's plenty. Oh, yeah, all right. That's all right.
You're going to duct tape the crane to the lorry.
No, but the duct tape has been coming in rather useful.
It's
So-
true, it's true.
As you guys are now flitting through all this stuff, you hear growling behind you as
Right.
2 dogs are approaching and closing in relatively
Let's
quickly.
clad them up.
Reflexively, I hold out a piece of beef.
You're going to use your fresh new beef.
Yeah, the fresh beef, the good
Well,
crap.
it's
And
dumpster beef, isn't it? Sorry.
It's,
Dumpster
it's scrap beef.
Scrap beef, sorry.
The sort that they use in McDonald's food. Don't sue us.
Full of iron.
And
I
he's
miss
gonna do the-
McDonald's.
He's going to do the thing. Yeah, so do I. He's going to do the thing that Chris Pratt does in Jurassic World. Where he's like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm giving you 1 cool point just for that.
And I would like to use that cool point to tame the dogs, tame the hounds.
You can use that cool point to tame those dogs. They now sit and they give the impression that they will listen to what you say in raccoon language.
Turn to everyone else and say, hey, it's cool. And I throw the dogs some beef. Not all of it, just some.
I would like to attach number plates to their back ends.
With the gaffer tape.
The gaffer tape?
Gaffer.
Yeah, you can gaffer tape around. The dogs just kind of look around at you like, what is this? But they don't complain.
That's all it takes to be a car, isn't it?
Yeah, basically
Maybe some windscreen wipers.
Don't
In a
forget,
world
Frankie
where
can't
raccoons
see
can be
anything. So
racers.
if you say a car has crossed the line, then you can have a dog be a car if that's what you want to define a car as. That's
Can I? You know the other crane there?
Yes.
Do I have keys for this vehicle?
You climb up to the vehicle and whoa! What would you believe it? The keys are in there.
All right. What? Not to 60 on this bad boy. Talk me through it.
Probably about 3 years.
Yeah, I was going to say 3.5.
Well, I'm thinking maybe what if we line it up on the starting point there, and then just try and topple it over in front of or on top of some of our competitors.
You get the impression that there is a sign inside the cab, and it just reads, "This crane is only to be used for exposition purposes and can't be used for any racing or anything otherwise." So you interpret that to mean that no, you can't use it that way.
Yeah. Blatant attempt at the GM trying to tell me what to do, but I've broken enough laws already. Get out.
Some bananas.
You what? Sorry.
I'll take some bananas.
Yeah, you can take some bananas. Yeah.
And before we leave, I know we're not going yet, but before we leave, where the crane was that we're now put on the back of the truck, in its place, I'll leave the 2 rusty quarters that we got from the hobo as payment.
Oh, that's class.
Yeah, that's good. Technically, it's not stealing now.
Exactly.
According to
never- he
raccoon
never-
law, we
he
have
never
left
put a
something of
price
equal
on it.
Well,
value.
you know, humans have this thing about these coins and stuff, so maybe that's enough. I don't know.
Okay, you leave it like a little offering to the metal gods. Okay. Anything else you guys want to do?
So I think perhaps
Yeah,
we
I'd
should
like
fix
to,
up our vehicle as well as have the crane attached to the top.
Yeah. So Dennis is still in the cabin of this mystery other crane, and so you can start to make an attempt at fixing the crane to the seat. Did you want to replace the cab or you want to put it on top of the cab?
Oh, on top. I think
Oh,
what, we're,
okay.
what we're aiming for.
Okay. Cool.
No, we all still need a place to sit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. That's true.
If the crane's there, could we all sit inside the crane?
So the crane's got like a little control box that someone could sit in. Yeah. When I say cab, I mean like the back part of the truck. So the front of the truck is going to be fine. There's plenty of room for you all in there anyway.
Jumping around in the
Yeah,
front.
yeah, you're all
on
fine
drive.
there.
Got an extraordinary amount of space on that crane. Look at it, it's massive. Someone should definitely go and sit right at the top on the elbow to get a good view of things. Not me.
No, I don't have the alacrity to be able to do something like that.
Has anyone here got any alacrity?
I've got 3. I don't know what that means.
not the metagame.
I've got 3 little
Dennis,
dice
mate,
rolls
you've got-
I'm allowed to do.
You've got to operate the train, the crane. You're done.
So make Dennis, make a chutzpah check to see if you can pull
my
off this
favorite.
this attempt to salvage this crane onto the roof of your truck.
Oh, I got 3.
Yes, it works. you plonk the crane down on the truck, and you get the impression that with a lower number of successes, the back of the truck may have crumbled, but it didn't. So you managed to
Like a glove.
place the crane. Are you doing anything to fix it there, or are you just gonna hope that gravity does the work for you?
I heard Butternuts was a swell hand with a welder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
would-
you miraculously find a welding, all the stuff you need for welding, whatever that is, it's there, and you are able to use it. So you can roll a, where are you on this list? You can roll a ferocity check and 2 extra dice, because this is your core story, so you get 2 extra. So you can roll 6 dice to see how well you manage to weld this
I'm
on.
all over it.
We hope.
3.
3. Okay, yeah. So you spend some time like fixing the places you think should be fixed, and you get the impression that it's fairly solid on there. You know you don't know how it's going to handle at 140 miles an hour, but you could probably find out based on what you guys have been doing in the races so far.
And we've always got the dogs. So
Yeah.
my next port of call is to. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to say, what we need as well is some way of ejecting this thing in case it gets a little bit too much trouble. And we need
no, sorry, mate. That's on fast.
That's on there.
Too late for that. That's on the.
Like a little lever that you just go.
You see,
the crane just goes.
You see, the nice thing about these cranes is they are self-ejecting. If the claw comes down in another ground, then that's an ejection.
Hold it.
It'll take most of the truck with it, judging by the quality of this. This is some fine quality workmanship, my friend.
I'd also like to just spend a minute attaching the nitro.
Okay, yeah, you can inspect the engine, make a chutzpah check, but add your 2 dices. 2 dice as well, because again, this is your mechanic's instinct taking over now, and see how well you can attach the nitrous.
That's 0 there. I can't find it.
So the truck is not familiar to you, and you don't manage to find a way to put the nitrous on the engine. But
I would. No, sorry.
go on.
I'd like to put the nitrous on the dog. No.
In its eye.
No, I would like to somehow strap the siren to one of the dogs.
You can. If Butternuts will lend you some of his gaffer tape, you can definitely do that.
Hey, Butternuts,
Yeah,
can I take a bit of your tape to strap this here siren to a dog?
There seems to be plenty of this gaffer.
Beautiful, beautiful. I've changed my accent again.
I was gonna say Inique keeps like peeking out as well. It's great.
There's very little Eastern European coming through. I'm just sort of wandering all over America,
I love it.
north to south, east
How
to
many
west.
bananas did I get, by the way?
Let's say 5. Just
A whole hand of bananas.
I just like to point out there, you know, when little racers crossing the line or horses, it's measured in the nose. Well, we can get that crane out right in front, and that's going to count like we're further ahead than we actually are. Let's point that out.
yeah.
And in a worst case scenario, we can use the crane to catapult people across. You know, we can board their cars. You know, we can hitchhike this. We can hijack it.
Chuck a dog, you know.
No, don't chuck the dogs.
Oh, don't. Right. Anything else we want to do to the truck while we're here?
I wanna scratch Cortez on the back in like the dirt, probably. Just like on the bumper where I can reach with my little paw, just like Cortez.
Well, we're gonna we could try and find some paint and we could write the ham thing on it.
Oh, is that House of Ham?
The House of Ham Dog. The House of Dog Ham.
Dog ham.
And ham dog.
Ham dog.
Dog ham. That's good.
Nice. Okay, anything else you guys want to do?
Eat ham.
You can
Yes.
eat. You can definitely eat all the ham you want. That you because you smashed through the ham exhibition. You've got loads of ham. You've still got some of that ham dragon. You've definitely still got some Iberico ham. Rico's now got some beef to mix up into the mix.
So, shall we have?
Push this rotundity score above 4.
I want to push the limits.
Should we
could
have the head of the ham dragon as our hood ornament?
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. So you can stick that there. Definitely.
The mustard dribbling out.
Yeah, somehow the pipe work still works. It's
Beautiful.
Just wherever you go, like a trail of like a yellow line. Like
Yeah.
Okay,
It also
that's
looks like a carrot on a stick. Gotta get to the ham. Won't drive faster. Oh.
it for me.
I guess it makes sense just to throw a few bits of metal in the back of the truck.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at this this little picture here. There's like some real spiky little wheels. They could come in handy. I could frisbee them through a windshield.
Yeah, let's have some of those.
Yeah, you can add some of those to the back of the truck.
Alright.
Certainly can. Okay.
Got the big box as well. We can wire that in as well, so we can have some music playing.
Yeah, you can wire the boombox in. Certainly. Yeah.
Is there
I
anything
want
left
to
in
see-
the stuff that we've not used from what we've found in the scrapyard?
I don't know, because I was just literally refreshing a random item list. So.
Okay, fair enough.
I think there was some credit cards. I'm pretty sure there was a cuddly toy. There's a conveyor belt.
There's a rubber duck. Now, does the
There
rubber
is a
duck
rubber duck,
squeak
yeah.
when you squeeze it?
Yes, it does. And when you squeeze it, the dogs go fucking batshit.
In that case, I'm interested.
They go nuts. And then so you can take the rubber duck.
How fast could we get this this conveyor belt moving? I'm thinking, like the tennis ball machines that fire tennis balls at you. Well, if I put some of those little spiky disc things on the top and then get it real going quick, I can fire some out the back.
You get the impression that with a little bit of tinkering, it can go as fast as you want it to go.
You damn straight it's going on the back.
So we've got a Mach 5 conveyor belt.
Also,
Like
maybe
a railgun.
Yeah.
maybe the boombox. Could the boombox be used as a weapon? Like we could just play some real trash out
I
the
was
back
going
and
to say,
just see if it
depends how
puts people off.
bad the music you're playing is, potentially, yeah. But it's all Kenny Loggins, so...
I say it's all Kenny Loggins, yeah.
We strap it to the arm of the crane and then just have some horrible music playing out, so it sounds like that's the machine attacking them and like screaming at them.
Yeah, I mean, you could deliberately mangle the tape so it comes out horrible if you want.
Could you imagine how damn ominous it is? There's this crane like in the distance here, dun 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 dun, and as it gets closer, dun 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 dun.
All right, that's all I need to actually do this.
Yes.
And that's where we'll end again, just before we get to the last race. And tune in next time to find out what happens, who the new racers are, and how that will affect the dynamic of our ragtag bunch of raccoons. It's gonna get weirder. I know you didn't think it could get any weirder with this episode, and I didn't think it would get any weirder, but it does get weirder. And so, yeah, tune in next time, find out what happens. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, comment, send me a smoke signal or whatever you want. Tell me what you think of the video. Follow me on Twitter down here. Use the link here if you're not watching this video on YouTube. That link there will get you to the YouTube, and then you can do all the subscribe-y, likey, commenty type things. If you want, you don't have to. You can just watch and enjoy these videos, you know. But relatively new as a creator, so if you want to help me develop myself, any feedback is welcome. But crucially, help me reach a wider audience, and that would be lovely. That's it for now. Tune in next Friday for episode 4, the finale, and I'll see you soon. Bye.